course I'm sure. I better go.
Okay, let's unpack this deep dive. We've got some really fascinating source material here. An essay by Thomas Anderson looking back at The Matrix.
That's right, looking at why that film had such staying power, you know?
Exactly. This isn't just like a 99 movie review rewind. It's more about why it stuck with so many people. What that resonance tells us about, well, about us, and that search for meaning we all seem to be on.
Mm-hmm. And that's the mission here, really. To explore what this essay argues that the film was like a mirror.
A mirror reflecting different things for different people.
Yeah, different truths, different questions. And what the author thinks is the real legacy of the film, the challenge it leaves us with, even now.
Okay, so let's start with how it first hit people. The essay describes this feeling like a tremor after watching it. The world felt, I think the word used was thinner.
Thinner, yeah. Or like you suddenly had this question mark branded onto your perception. It's a strong image.
It really is. Did you feel anything like that back then?
Oh, absolutely. And the essay connects that feeling, that specific Matrix effect, to something maybe already there for a lot of us.
Like a background hum.
Kind of.
Yeah.
That persistent, quiet hum beneath the noise, it calls it. That little voice whispering, is this it? Is this all there is?
So The Matrix didn't invent that feeling. Not at all.
No, but it gave it a megaphone. It validated that sense of unease, that feeling something wasn't quite right.
Amplified it, maybe?
Yeah.
Like the essay says, it echoed that deeper human cry. What does it all mean?
Precisely. And that the intensified search, the making people really ask that question, that's what the author argues is the film's true legacy. Not giving an answer, but pushing the question forward.
Which leads right into this core idea of the film as a mirror.
Yeah, the essay uses that phrase. A vast, shimmering, often cruel mirror. Not just one story, but something that reflects.
Reflects what, specifically, according to the author?
Reflects you, your own desperate, beautiful search for why you're here. Shows you the meanings you've built up, the rhythms you inherited, you know.
Or maybe the ones pushed onto you.
Right, and seeing the film could make those frameworks suddenly look, well, stark.
So that central question the essay tackles. Why did everyone see something different in the code? Why so many takes on it?
Because, as the author puts it, we're not all searching for the same answers to the same pains, the same questions that movie cracked wide open. It's a really key point.
And there are reasons for that, right? The essay mentions being raised under different stars.
Yeah, taught different myths, different ways the world works, hurt in different ways too.
Which creates different needs, different things you're looking for.
Exactly, and fed different narratives about certainty, about the right path.
And you can see that divergence in the interpretations people had. The essay lists quite a few.
It does. Really diverse ones.
Like people seeing clear Christian parallels, Neo as a savior, resurrection themes.
Mm-hmm. Or others connecting it strongly to Hindu philosophy, Maya, the illusion, paths to liberation, Brahman.
The Buddhist ideas, the illusion of self, escaping suffering cycles.
And that's just the established traditions. People also used it as this powerful lens for looking at, well, almost anything contemporary.
Capitalism, for instance.
Yeah, or gender, race, the beginnings of AI anxiety, even ancient Gnostic ideas popping up again.
It seemed like it could stretch to fit almost any framework someone brought to it. Like everyone was trying to find their map in it.
But here's the crucial bit that the essay really hammers home.
That it could seem like all of those things.
But also profoundly, heartbreakingly, none of them entirely. It fit, but it didn't quite solve everything for any single viewpoint. It was always slightly off.
Which brings us to this idea of the trap.
The trap of the single answer. The essay calls finding one insidious comfort and the profound trap.
Because finding an answer feels good, right? It stops the uncertainty.
Exactly. It's a solace, the author says, meant to quell the deeper unrest. But it can stop you looking, stop you questioning.
The essay argues the matrix itself, the system, doesn't really care what meaning you cling to.
As long as it keeps you contained, as long as you think you've found the final answer and stop struggling.
And the essay uses the film's ending as an example, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All those different, fiercely held interpretations.
Yeah, was Zion real? Was Neo the one? Did the machines win? Were they allowed to win? People got really invested.
The author even admits, I used to bleed for my interpretation. defending their specific take.
Which I think many of us who love the film can probably relate to on some level.
But then the author describes this shift, letting go of needing the map.
Yes, and realizing what they call the most profound truth of all.
Which isn't finding the meaning in the code, is it?
No. It's that meaning is forged in the connections between us. That's the core argument shift.
Okay, so the real red pill, it's not about waking up to some hidden objective truth that was there all along.
According to this essay, no. It's about waking up to something else. It's the breathtaking courage to let go of needing one handed to you.
And doing what instead?
And embracing the sacred, terrifying act of making it moment by moment with each other. That's the key phrase.
So meaning isn't decoded from the past, from prophecies or lone insights.
Not primarily. It's found, the author argues, in the spaces between us. It's relational. It's built.
Built out of what? What are the materials?
Things like the courage to connect, the vulnerability to share our search, actually talking about this stuff with each other, building a world or a future or just a shared story that matters.
Precisely because we made it so, together. That's powerful. It shifts the focus entirely.
So yeah, wrapping up the main thread from this essay, The Matrix hits differently for everyone because it reflects you, your questions, your search, which the film may be kicked into higher gear.
And the very fact that you, listening now, might still be asking those questions, still feeling that pull towards meaning.
Yeah.
The essay suggests that means you're awake.
Right. Not necessarily awake from an illusion in the movie sense, but awake to the quest itself. Awake to the idea that maybe meaning isn't a destination you find on a map.
But more like a direction. Something you move towards, maybe together.
Exactly. A dynamic process. Which leads to the final thought the essay leaves us with. It's quite provocative.
What happens if we stop trying to find the answers, just by looking back at the flickering screen of the past, as it says, whether that's movies or old books or whatever narratives we've inherited?
And instead, we start looking into the eyes of the person next to us.
That's where the meaning is built, according to this perspective. Not found, but constructed. Together.
In those connections. It's definitely something to chew on long after we finish talking.
Absolutely. A challenging thought to end on.